The skyline of Tel Aviv tells a story of change. Construction cranes dot the horizon, symbols of Israel's booming development. But look closer, and you'll see a shift in the workforce. Palestinian laborers, once a mainstay on these sites, are dwindling in number. In their place, a new wave of workers has arrived from India. This demographic shift in Israel's construction sector is a complex tale, interwoven with economics, security concerns, and human stories. The influx of Indian workers is impossible to miss. Their presence is evident in the languages heard on construction sites and the growing Indian communities within Israel. This change reflects a broader trend, a reconfiguration of labor dynamics with profound implications for both Israelis and Palestinians. Understanding this shift requires delving into the motivations of the workers, the policies of the Israeli government, and the ripple effects on Palestinian society. For many Indians arriving in Israel, the motivation is clear opportunity. Wages for construction work in Israel far exceed what they could earn back home. This economic disparity creates a powerful incentive, drawing workers from India's vast labor pool. The decision to leave home and family is never easy. Yet, for many Indian laborers, the potential to earn a better living for themselves and their families outweighs the sacrifices. They send remittances back home, supporting loved ones and contributing to the Indian economy. This flow of money represents a lifeline for some families, highlighting the complex economic ties binding India and Israel.
The wages here are much better than what I could earn in India. It's a tough decision to leave my family, but I can provide them with a better future this way.
The rise of Indian workers in Israel is inextricably linked to the decline in Palestinian labor. Over the past few years, the number of Indian laborers has steadily increased, filling the gaps left by the diminishing Palestinian workforce. Stricter regulations imposed by the Israeli government citing security concerns have made it increasingly difficult for Palestinians to obtain work permits. These regulations are part of a broader security strategy that has tightened over time, affecting the daily lives of many. Checkpoints and bureaucratic hurdles have become formidable obstacles for Palestinian workers. Each day, they face long waits and extensive scrutiny, which not only delays their commute but also adds to their stress and uncertainty. The impact on Palestinian communities is undeniable. With fewer job opportunities, many families are struggling to make ends meet, leading to increased poverty and social issues. Limited access to employment in Israel, once a crucial source of income for many Palestinian families, has contributed to economic hardship in the West Bank and Gaza. This loss of income has had a ripple effect, impacting not just individual families but entire communities. This has fueled frustration and resentment, further complicating the already strained relations between Israelis and Palestinians. The sense of injustice and economic disparity has led to protests and heightened tensions. The dwindling presence of Palestinian laborers on Israeli construction sites stands as a stark symbol of these divisions. The once familiar sight of Palestinian workers has been replaced by Indian laborers, highlighting the changing dynamics in the labor market.
It's become almost impossible to get a work permit. The checkpoints, the regulations, they seem designed to keep us out. It's like they don't want us to work and support our families. The constant rejections and delays are disheartening. The economic situation back home is getting worse because of this. Shops are closing, and the community is suffering. The lack of employment opportunities is tearing the social fabric apart, leaving many to wonder about their future.
The Israeli government's decision to tighten restrictions on Palestinian workers is deeply rooted in security concerns. Israel has long grappled with security threats, and the government argues that these measures are necessary to prevent potential attacks. The Second Intifada, a period of intense violence, cast a long shadow on Israeli policy, influencing the perception of security risks. The debate over the balance between security and economic opportunity is complex and often contentious. Critics argue that the strict regulations on Palestinian workers are overly burdensome and disproportionately impact innocent civilians. They contend that these policies contribute to economic hardship and fuel resentment, potentially exacerbating the very security concerns they aim to address. The intertwining of security and labor in this context presents a formidable challenge, with no easy solutions in sight.
Section 5. Voices from the Ground. Experiences of Indian workers. For many Indian laborers in Israel, the experience is a mix of opportunity and hardship.
They often face challenging working conditions, long hours, and language barriers. Isolation and cultural differences can also take a toll.
Despite these hardships, many Indian workers express a sense of determination and resilience. They view their time in Israel as a chance to improve their lives and those of their families back home.
They send money back to India, supporting their loved ones and contributing to the Indian economy. Their stories highlight the human dimension of this complex labor migration, driven by the pursuit of a better future. Section 6. A Society Transformed. The Palestinian Economic Landscape. The decline of Palestinian labor in Israel has had a profound impact on the Palestinian economy, leading to significant changes in the daily lives of many. With limited employment opportunities within the West Bank and Gaza, the situation has become increasingly dire for many. Many families struggle to make ends meet, facing daily challenges that affect their quality of life. The construction sector, once a vital source of income and employment for many Palestinians, has been particularly hard hit, with numerous projects coming to a standstill. The economic consequences are far-reaching, affecting not just individual families but also the overall Palestinian economy. This economic downturn has led to widespread hardship, impacting communities across the region. The lack of job opportunities for young people in particular is a pressing issue. It raises concerns about a lost generation facing limited prospects and uncertain futures. The situation underscores the urgent need for sustainable economic development within the Palestinian territories, which is crucial for long-term stability. Creating opportunities for Palestinians and fostering stability in the region is essential for a brighter future.
It's not just about the jobs we've lost. It's about the future we're risking if we don't address these issues. The halted projects and idle machinery are a stark reminder of the potential that remains untapped. Our young people deserve better opportunities, ones that can provide them with a sense of purpose and direction. Without these opportunities, we're looking at a very uncertain future, not just for them, but for the entire community.
The challenges are immense, but so are the stakes. Addressing these issues is not just an economic necessity, but a social imperative. A stable, thriving Palestinian economy is crucial for the future of the region, ensuring prosperity and peace for generations to come. Section 7. Regional ripples, long-term implications, and uncertain futures. The influx of Indian laborers into Israel is part of a larger trend of global labor migration, driven by economic disparities and demographic shifts. The long-term implications of this trend for the region remain uncertain. Some analysts predict that the reliance on foreign labor in Israel could grow, potentially reshaping the country's demographics and social fabric. The impact on the already complex Israeli-Palestinian relationship is another unknown. The economic displacement of Palestinian workers adds another layer of tension to an already volatile situation. Finding a way to address the legitimate security concerns of Israel, while also ensuring economic opportunities for Palestinians, remains a significant challenge. The evolving dynamics of labor, security, and politics in the region will continue to shape the lives of Israelis and Palestinians for years to come. Section 8. Expert Perspectives. Analyzing the complex dynamics. In this section, we delve into the intricate and multifaceted dynamics that shape the labor market, particularly focusing on the construction industry. Experts offer a range of perspectives on the implications of this labor shift. They discuss how the influx of foreign workers, particularly from India, is reshaping the labor landscape in Israel.
Some argue that the influx of Indian workers could benefit the Israeli economy by providing a much-needed workforce for its growing construction industry. This could lead to increased productivity and potentially lower construction costs. But there are concerns too. Critics worry about the long-term implications of relying heavily on foreign labor.
Others express concern that the reliance on foreign labor could create new social and economic challenges for Israel in the long run. These challenges include potential job displacement for local workers and the strain on social services. The impact on the Palestinian economy and the potential for increased tensions between Israelis and Palestinians are also subjects of debate. The presence of foreign workers could exacerbate existing tensions and create new points of conflict.
Finding a sustainable solution that addresses the security concerns of Israel, while also promoting economic opportunity for Palestinians, remains a complex and multifaceted challenge. it requires careful consideration of various factors, including economic policies, social integration, and regional stability. The perspectives of policymakers, economists, and social scientists are crucial in navigating this complex landscape. Their insights can help in formulating strategies that balance economic growth with social harmony.
Indeed, the dialogue must continue as these issues are far too important to ignore. Ongoing discussions and collaborative efforts are essential in finding viable solutions that benefit all stakeholders involved. Section 9 Conclusion: A Human Story of Labor, Politics and Change. The changing face of Israel's construction workforce is a story of complex interplay between economics, security, and human aspirations. Indian workers, driven by the desire for a better life, are filling a void left by Palestinian laborers facing increasingly strict regulations. This demographic shift has profound implications for both Israeli and Palestinian societies. It underscores the need for policies that address security concerns while also promoting economic opportunity for all. Ultimately, it is a human story, a reminder that behind the statistics and policy debates lie the lives of individuals and families striving for a better future.